What's up you guys, it's Katie, and just a quick little note, I saw that some of you were confused last week when the change of background happened in my video, and no, I am not married yet, I am not living with my fiance. I just moved from Ottawa to my hometown and I'm living back with my parents because the wedding is here in town, so it was much easier to be here coordinating everything rather than 3 hours away. So no, David and I are not living together yet. I will let you know when we are married. Anyways, I've been asking myself this week, is it possible to be too nice? I mean, we're told all the time, be polite, be kind, be compassionate, and I do think that usually that is the right thing to do, and most times I would say that's the thing that you should do. The world definitely could use a little bit more kindness out there. But one of my biggest flaws is that I am too nice. And I really don't mean that to sound like oh, woe is my life, I'm too nice to people. I just make people happy and it's so hard. It definitely sounds almost arrogant for someone to say that they're too nice, but genuinely, I feel like most of the times when I get hurt, it's because I'm too nice to someone, I'm too passive, I don't stick up for myself, I don't speak up for myself, and in the end, I let people walk all over me, I let people use me, and I end up being so sad at the end of it all. And honestly, being walked over all the time is kind of sucky. I hate rocking the boat. I hate putting other people in hard or awkward situations, and more times than not, I'll say something that I don't mean if I think that that's what the other person wants me to say or wants to hear, and that's not healthy. Especially when planning a wedding, although the wedding planning is actually going very well. And I could actually probably do a whole video on this point that I want to make right now, and I probably will do a whole video on this point one day, to be honest. But as a Christian, I feel like in a way I was almost given the wrong idea of what is expected of women, especially in terms of niceness, because we have all these Bible verses quoted at us about being kind and supportive and compassionate and caring and being a hostess and the perfect little Proverbs 31 wife who is submissive and docile and doesn't say anything that rocks the boat. And tied with this message, we can come away with this idea that having a backbone or being assertive is almost unfeminine or somehow something to be looked down upon. And in a way, I feel like that message subconsciously shaped some of my character in a not very good way, because sometimes I can be nice to the point where it doesn't help anybody. In my life, I've learned that if we're afraid of saying something that might cause someone else some discomfort or saying something that might be seen as being rude, we can actually put ourselves in really bad positions. For example, and this is true and not one of my proudest moments, but I was home alone one day and the doorbell rang. I go and answer the door and it's a salesperson of some kind. This guy was probably in his early to mid-20s, and essentially he wanted to see a bill from the house because the company with that bill was making environmental changes to offset things, and he wanted me to give money to it, and yada yada yada, blah blah blah, carbon footprints. Essentially it was a money scam. But here's the thing, I was very polite and very friendly because I was raised that you should be nice to everybody you meet, and I do think that's a good thing. But then when this guy came into my front entryway and closed the door behind him, so now that it was just me and him alone in this house without being invited in, I didn't say anything. I was scared that he would think I was rude or that he would be offended, that I thought this might not be a very appropriate situation, and so I just didn't say anything, and that's not good. That was putting me in a very bad position. Now luckily, and I do thank the Lord for this absolutely, this guy didn't try anything with me, but he was absolutely flirting with me, like really bad attempts of flirting with me, and it was really awkward. And when he left, he actually gave me a personal little card with his number on it. Not the company's number that he was working for, supposedly. No, his actual cell phone number, because just in case I had any questions about the environment or just wanted to have more information on this, I could give him a call, you know. Like, really, dude? Really? My point though is if someone is putting you in an uncomfortable position, you don't just have to be nice and try to make them feel comfortable if they're making you uncomfortable. It's okay to speak up and be assertive and be clear and let someone know that you are not comfortable with them, because you are important and your feelings matter just as much as the other person that you're trying to make comfortable. Another regret I guess I could say I have when it comes to being too nice and not saying anything is, for years I took vocal lessons and I really enjoyed them, and my teacher was a really nice man, but sometimes he would make comments along the lines of, oh, your figure is just so beautiful, you have this tiny little waist, and he'd always talk about my tiny little waist and talk about how beautiful I was. Or when he was helping me with my breathing techniques, he would obviously have to like have his hands on my rib cage to show me how to do things right and stuff, but sometimes I just felt like it was a bit overkill and not necessary, and it made me a little bit uncomfortable. Granted, I do not believe in any way, shape, or form that there was any ill intent or intended creepiness in any of this, but If I had just said something at the time about the situation, I can almost guarantee you he would have been very understanding, things would have changed, and we would have gone on our merry little way, continuing to do vocal lessons, and it would have been fine. And if I just said something, everything overall would have been better. But I didn't say anything because I was scared of being rude. And I wish I'd said something, not only to change the situation to make me a bit more comfortable, but also because I think it would have helped a lot with my confidence in who I was as well. So essentially what I want to leave you with today is, yes, we need so much kindness and joy and light and good in this world, but we also need to use our judgments and our brains that God gave us. And if you are in a situation that requires you to be more verbally forceful or clear and assertive, don't be afraid to speak up for yourself. I wish I had been more verbally forceful with that salesman and said something along the lines of, "No, you may not come into my house without being invited in, and close the door while I'm home alone." I mean, it wouldn't have been good to tell him that I was home alone either, but you get my point. Being so nice to the point where you're passive and let people use you doesn't help anyone, especially you. And that's something that I myself am definitely going to be working on a lot as well this year. And you know, speaking of being nice and being kind, I had the nicest company ever reach out to me recently, and I'm just so happy they did, because Prone to Wander LA is the best. I love their products. They make the most beautiful phone cases, and they sent me one and I love it. You guys might have seen it. I just did an Instagram giveaway. There was this one and another one, and the person who won picked the other one, so I get to keep this one. But this case says, "Walk by faith and not by sight," 2 Corinthians 5:7, and I love whenever I look down at my phone and just see a Bible verse, it's just really encouraging. How many times do we go on our phone every single day, and just being able to see that reminder every single time I look at my phone is really nice. And the best thing is, when I mentioned doing a giveaway on Instagram, they said, "Oh, that's a great idea. We'll just send you a bunch and you can give more away to more people." So I have, oh no, I just dropped one. And so I'm going to be giving these 3 beautiful phone cases away to 3 of you guys out there, and I'm going to mail them to you personally along with a letter written by myself. So I'll give you a better look at what these phone cases look like. So these 3, not this one, this one's mine, you can't have that one. These 3 are the ones I'm giving away. This one says, "God is within her, she will not fail," Psalm 46:5, and it is for an iPhone 7 Plus. This one also says, "God is within her, she will not fail," with the Bible verse on it, and this one's for an iPhone X, so if anybody has the new iPhone, then that's for you. And this one says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart," and I love this one. It's also for an iPhone 6. And thank you so much, Prone to Wander, for sending me these cases so I can send them out to other people and we can just spread all the happiness and joy around. If you haven't heard about Prone to Wander, I'm going to leave their Instagram as well as their website in the description down below, because I just love what they're doing. I love what they stand for. I love their company. If you've ever wanted a Christian phone case, I would highly suggest this company to get your phone case from. So definitely check out those links I'm going to leave there for you guys. And if you have an iPhone X, 7 Plus, or 6 and you would like to enter the giveaway to get one of these cases, all you have to do is comment down below with 3 things. 1 is which phone case you would like. 2 is either a Instagram, Twitter, social media handle of some kind that I can get a hold of you on should you win. And 3 is something nice that someone has done for you recently, because we're just talking about niceness and kindness today. I hope that's all super clear, and the giveaway will be open for 1 whole week, so the winner will be chosen next Wednesday. So that's all for me today. I do hope that you enjoyed this video. Please do be nice and kind to everybody while also using your brain in the process, and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys again very soon with another video. So until the next time I see you guys, have a great life, don't be stupid or make bad decisions. Bye!